It's the 64 Showcase!
Welcome, one and all, to Pirate Land. This game has so much freaking personality. At every board, your characters are all in different costumes, and it is just so charming. I love it. And here we are proper in Pirate Land. We're here, everyone! This is Pirate Land! I just said that, Toad. This is a tropical isle. Pirates are scouring the island in search of the secret treasure. Ooh, how exciting. You too shall become pirates and scour the island for booty. Your objective this time? Is to defeat Captain Bowser, your nemesis, and find the treasure. Find the secret treasure to become the superstar of Pirate Land. Now, before this adventure begins, we must decide turn order. And behold, my one interaction with this entire game, pressing the A button for Mario. Ooh, good press too. Turn order has been decided in the exact order that the characters were selected in. Huh. Mario is first. Luigi is second. Yoshi is third. And Wario is fourth. And lastly, a present. I give you each 10 coins. Please use them wisely. Good luck becoming the superstar of this land. Well then, let's get started. And of course, we get to see where the star is located, much like the first Mario Party. But unlike the first Mario Party, we also have a Baby Bowser to deal with. By the way, Baby Bowser is over here. He may take coins from you, so beware. Maybe a keyword, because it is possible that he might accidentally give you coins. Somehow. Anyway, before we properly begin, let us jump into the control settings. Turn Mario into a hard computer player. We are going to be skipping the explanation screens for minigames, just as a bit of a time-saving measure. We'll keep message speed at normal, and save settings in case something goes catastrophically wrong with my recording. We will save after every turn. Well, this is it. Let us continue and get things going. Mario starts things off with a 7. Gets a blue space, gives you 3 coins, much like the first game. Luigi gets a 2, which gives him a red space, which takes away 3 coins, much like the first game. And Yoshi also gets... This is starting off a little insane. We have just witnessed a wild, semi-new feature to this game. The hidden block, which has a chance to give you either 20 coins or a star. The hidden block wasn't in the first game, but it worked slightly differently. And you have to turn it on, but in this game it's on by default. We are already getting into our first minigame, Toad Bandstand, which is a recreation of Mario Bandstand from the first game, except it is a 2-player minigame this time. Basically, the players have to play music and press the A button in time to the music. They don't have an A button. But they have to basically play the music as perfectly as possible, and the team who gets it the most right is the winner. If that made any sense. And just like that, the minigame is over. Who won? Well, we'll find out in a second. Mario and Yoshi take the first minigame victory. Yoshi gets the first minigame. Yoshi gets a star right on the first turn. Gosh, I hope this recording goes well, because I want that to be the case. Starting off, Mario goes again, walking by a new feature, the Koopa Bank. Every time you walk by the Koopa Bank, you would deposit 5 coins into the bank. And the lucky player who lands on the bank space gets all of the coins that is currently deposited. And and there's really no way around it. Every time you go by, you do have to drop off 5 coins. And that's an unfortunate place for the star to be, because it takes away 5 coins right before you get to the star. Also, Yoshi, featuring another new feature, is the item mechanic. Basically, you go into the item shop, you buy an item with the coins you have, and then you get to use the item at the beginning of your turn. Or during your turn, depending on the item. Already at the second minigame, we are playing Toad in the Box. Players have to hit the box above them 5 times and get Toad. If you get a Toad, you get a point. If you don't get a Toad, you get slowed down for a turn. And every time you hit the box starts spinning faster. Once you get to the 4th or 5th box, it becomes very difficult to time this if you are playing it yourself. Like, right there, what are you exactly supposed to do? Look how fast that box is spinning above Mario. It's crazy. Really, even watching the AI play this, it can take a while for it to finish. Luckily, there is no time limit, so it's really just first to 5 points, and the first to 5 points is Wario. Wario takes the second minigame. I'm not having much time to catch my breath. This game just keeps going. And Wario also bumps Luigi down to 4th place. Mario has enough coins to get the first star, technically the second star of the game. We are only 3 turns in, there are already 2 stars on the board. Wow. Next star is over there. On the next island, Yoshi is on his way to that star currently. And whenever you get a star, Baby Bowser moves into that star's space. So anyone that is behind you in the path to the star is now going to probably get Baby Bowser and lose 5 coins. And considering... Oh, Luigi landed on the banks, which means he gets the 10 coins that were in reserve there, bringing him up to 20. Yoshi chooses not to use his item. I will also be explaining items as they come up. Wario gets the bank space, loses 5 coins, walks by Baby Bowser, loses another 5 coins, has enough to potentially buy an item. He's buying himself a mushroom. Yoshi also bought a mushroom. If you use a mushroom at the beginning of your turn, you get to roll 2 dice blocks instead of 1. Already we are moving on to the next minigame, a 4-player minigame, Bombs Away! A returning game from the first Mario Party, though it works slightly differently. Much like in the first game, players have to run around a tipsy-turny island and try not to fall off as Wario just did. But in addition to cannonballs, the ship in the background can also fire bullet bills at this point, which move a bit slower, but I believe might have a bit of a wider range. And as I was talking, Luigi won that game handily. You basically just have to avoid as long as you can. You have to outlive the other players, or you have to run out the timer, which is not as easy as it seems. Mario moving forward, getting a blue space. Luigi, he has 30 coins, but he's about to lose 5 of them. Yep. And Luigi deciding not to buy an item and hanging on to his coins. He does have a coin lead right now, so it makes sense why he wants to hang on to them. Yoshi deciding to use his mushroom to roll 2 dice blocks, which is a little confusing considering he only has 14 coins. And he gets himself a 7. Using the 2 dice blocks, you can get up to 20. Here we have Thwomp. He acts as a gatekeeper, and oh, we don't have time to explain that because it's time to explain the Battle Minigame. The Battle Minigame space triggers a Battle Minigame, and every player has to bet a certain number of coins decided at random before the minigame. Basically, the winner gets a majority of the bet coins, and second place basically gets their money back, depending on how many coins are brought in. And we are playing Bumper Balloon Cars, where you have to drive around and try to pop the balloon behind your opponent's carts. Oh my goodness, I couldn't even explain the minigame in time for it to end. Wario takes first place. Mario gets second. He doesn't get all his coins back, but he gets 9, and Wario gets a cool, clean 21. Luigi no longer has enough coins to get the star, but Wario does. So it's interesting to see how this will play out. Wario does have a mushroom. He could very easily get that star, depending on his dice roll. And upcoming, we have Tipsy Turvy, another returning game from the first Mario Party. You move around your board and try to move a Koopa shell over the panels, uncovering the picture underneath. Whoever uncovers the picture first is the winner. Usually doing a lap around the outside and then doing an inner lap is the best strategy. And Mario claims that handily, getting himself another minigame victory. Bringing up to 19 coins, one short of being able to afford another star. But I would have to guess that star is probably going to go to Wario this turn. Now I can explain Thwomp. He acts as a gatekeeper, a toll road, if you will. You pay him coins and you can go buy him. We have another battle minigame. I can't get this explanation out. Things keep happening. But you have to pay a toll to go by, and you can increase the number onto the toll, and whoever goes by next has to play at least one more coin beyond that toll. There was a feature much like this in the first Mario Party that we saw on the Yoshi board. Basically, they just took that mechanic and stuck it here. Here we are. I believe this minigame is called Day at the Races. Wait, can I pause? I cannot pause and check. I believe it is called Day at the Races. Essentially, this battle minigame, you select a racer. I think you pick an order of, like, current position on the board? I don't know if that's quite right. I don't think it is. You pick a racer, and they race to the finish, and this minigame is essentially completely random. Whoever finishes the race first, it looks like it went to Thwomp. Or Womp? I keep getting those two confused. I can never get them straight. But we can just see a replay. No, it was actually Boo, I think. Boo crossed the finish line right ahead of Womp Thwomp, whichever one that is. I don't know, we'll see. That was pretty close. Oh, Mario got that. I didn't see who Mario picked. Mario won, though. And Yoshi gets second place. That battle minigame just upset the coin numbers. Mario can no longer afford a star, but Mario can. That battle space was right before the star, too. Oh dear. They don't want to pass. They are all going towards that star. Luigi cannot afford it, though. And he gets himself this blue space. This blue space is special, which takes 5 coins from you. I don't think you have a choice. And he ships you off to another blue space next to a dock. Yoshi, unfortunately, cannot afford the star either, though he did get a free one. So, will he take the toll road? He is taking the toll road, paying 2 coins. So whoever has to pass by that toll next has to pay 3 coins. At the minimum. Wario deciding to use his mushroom, though he can no longer afford getting the star. The players seem to be using their mushrooms at inopportune opportunities. That doesn't make any sense. But, what is Wario planning? I think he just kind of wants to race ahead to get out of the path of this star, because Mario is probably going to get that at the beginning of the next turn. And he is taking the toll road, looping around, following right after Yoshi, paying 4 coins, I think. Going up this way, he loops past where that other toll was, getting himself a blue space, and we're moving on to the next minigame. Hot Rope Jump, another returning minigame from the first Mario Party, though it works slightly differently. In the last Mario Party, you basically had to complete 20 jumps, and once you completed 20 jumps, everyone won if they all made it to the end. But this time, it is just whoever is the last person standing. After 5 jumps, the flames get bigger, and becomes harder to jump. Timing is key in this minigame, and it is especially difficult because the rope will speed up at points. And it is not always consistent. Sometimes it moves fast, sometimes it moves slow. All the players are doing pretty well at this point. Could they make it to 20 jumps? If they did, it would have been game over in the last Mario Party. But not in this case. You just have to keep going until you mess up. Though at this rate, it's debatable if any of them will mess up. There are almost to 30 jumps. Oh, there goes Luigi! Oh, and Wario and Yoshi taken out right after. Mario seems to be dominating these mini-games, which is important for the bonus stars at the end of the game. That free star isn't taking Yoshi very far, because Mario is about to get the next star. He is proving his worth, that he is worthy of the superstar title. Mario is, of course, the defending champion from the last tournament, so the other players have to do their best to dethrone him. Next star, all the way over there, Wario is actually on his way to get that star. But will he have enough coins by the time he gets there? That is the question. Yoshi is also on his way, but not quite as far along, and Mario, if he wants to go to that star as quick as possible, he has got to pay a toll. He is paying 5 coins. And joining Wario and Yoshi on the road to superstardom, we have a chance time, ladies and gentlemen. Chance time is in play. Chance time can be a huge game disruptor. Mario has to hit these 3 blocks, which have players on either side and a reward in the middle. Mario and Luigi. And the results. Luigi has to give 20 coins to Mario. Mario showing no mercy, stealing from his brother. He doesn't even have 20 coins. He has 6 coins. How brutal. Luigi in 4th place with no stars and no coins. As far away from the stars he could possibly get. He has to pass by the bank space. He can't even deposit anything into the bank space. Oh, goodness. At least he's got 3 coins and a blue space to his name now. And we have our 3rd battle minigame of the board. It is not even the halfway point. Luigi has to give up his 3 coins immediately. We have ourselves Facelift, a returning game from the first Mario Party, though with slightly different rules. In the last game, basically, you won this game if you scored over a certain amount of points, or whoever scored the highest if no one scored over that amount. But in this game, it's basically whoever does the best job wins the battle minigame. Second place goes to the second best job, and of course, they will get coins too. And essentially, players have to match their face to the face in the middle as best as possible. Looking at these results, none of them are an exact match. If I had to say, Wario is probably the best match currently. Maybe Luigi? Oh, and an even 88 points. Yoshi down in the corner there with 84. We have a tie for first place, so the prize is split between them. And sometimes there's a pity coin left over, and Luigi gets it. He comes out with 17 coins, which is much better off than he was doing at the beginning of the turn. Finishing off this round, we've got Wario making his way across the bridge here. He almost just landed on another battle minigame, but instead he lands on an item minigame. Item minigames, you basically get a free item unless you get Baby Bowser. In this particular game, I forget the exact name. Wario has to keep track of where the items are in the barrels, and then pick whichever barrel he wants. He gets himself a dueling glove, which is actually his preferred item of choice. Each player has a specific item that AI-wise they will usually go for if they have the option. Mario's is the mushroom, Luigi's is the skeleton key, Wario's is the dueling glove, Yoshi's is the warp block, Peach's is the plunder chest, and DK is the Bowser bomb. Here we have a new minigame. I completely missed the name again, but basically the players have to shoot each other with cannons. They can fire straight shots or lob shots, they can strafe, And whoever has the most hit points at the end wins. Wario took out all other players, leaving him with the victory. Please forgive me if I do miss the minigame names. Sometimes things go by. This match has been fairly exciting so far. Sometimes things go by too quickly and I can't really keep up with it while I'm also explaining things. The turn is starting off pretty standard, just a bunch of blue spaces. Will anything crazy happen this time? Yoshi making his way across the bridge, trying to beat Wario to that star. Wario is using his item, the Dueling Glove. This brings up a dual minigame. It is a one-on-one minigame that is specific to each board. Basically, Wario challenges another player to get coins from them. He picks the amount of coins he wants to bet, and both players have to bet that. Whoever wins gets the whole pot. In this game, I forget if it has a specific name, they have to hit the buttons in sequence. Whoever hits them all first wins, and Luigi got it! Things are just moving so fast. Luigi gets 12 coins from Wario, bringing him up to 32 coins and putting Wario in last place. Wario was on his way to the star, but he might not be able to afford it now. He does get a low roll, which just gives him back up to 20 coins, though. But depending on how things go, he might not be able to get that star. I just missed the minigame again. In this game, whatever its name is, you'll be able to see on the screen, players have to scurry to the top of the pool to avoid sinking. In this sinking ship, there will be fish jumping out of the water to knock them down. If you fall in the water, you lose automatically. There are other coins to pick up along the way. And whoever gets to the top first wins. It is Mario! Bringing out another mini-game victory. Mario is going to definitely be a difficult person to beat as far as mini-game wins go. And even though if you don't win, you still get the bonus coins you collected along the way, which is nice. Mario rolling himself a 3, getting a +3 coins. Luigi still lagging behind the others, losing coins again. Luigi's luck is turning around a little, but it's not working out too well for him. Yoshi getting a slight squeak ahead of Wario, but depending on what Wario rolls here, an 8, I think that might be able to get the star. Oh, not quite. Wario also gets to visit Boo, who can steal stars or coins from other players. Unlike the first game, you have a chance to shake Boo loose and lose him and lose less coins. That's what I'm trying to say. Boo steals many more coins than he did in the first game, but at the same time, it also costs coins to get coins in this game. Essentially, as long as you get over 5 coins from your opponent, you're coming out on top. I missed the name again, but I know this game well. It is the Crane game, another returning game from the first Mario Party with slightly different rules. It is a 1 versus 3 minigame, and where in the first game you would basically pick a player to steal coins from them, this time around you have to use the crane to pick up all the other players and get them all down that pipe to win. You can also pick up clocks along the way to extend your time, which is definitely recommended that you go for at least that 30-second clock, because there is usually not enough time to pick up every player regardless. Luigi going for as many seconds as he can possibly muster. It does take time to get time though, so you've got to plan that out accordingly. All he has to do now with 50 seconds on the clock is go for Wario and Mario. They can wiggle loose, but usually the one player on the crane has a dominance over the other players. Unlike the first game, as long as Luigi keeps trying to grab them, he does have a chance to win, and it looks like Luigi takes it, winning himself a nice clean 10 coins. Moving on to the next turn. Saving our game. Mario starts once again, going for a 7 and getting himself a Battle Minigame. Wario and Yoshi are right in front of the star. Depending on how this goes, it can determine who gets the star. But Wario still has enough regardless, so even if he loses, you know. Crazy Cutters, another returning game with rules that have changed, much like Facelift. You basically have to cut along the border of the image on the ground as precisely as possible, and whoever does the best job wins the minigame. Much like Facelift, this also, in the first minigame, had a chance for all 4 players winning if they scored over a certain amount. But that is no longer the case here. Luigi and Mario with pretty nice clean cuts. Yoshi, I don't know what you were doing. Oh, but Wario actually scores second place there, and Mario claims a victory, freeing the ancient Boo spirit from the blooper spirit from the ground. Mario claims a whole bunch of coins, and Wario gets his back plus some interest. There are a lot of battle minigames going on. Usually you don't see this many, but these players are determined to duke it out. They really want that superstar title. Luigi with a basic roll. Poor Yoshi has no coins now thanks to that red space. But Wario rolls a 3, just enough to get the star and put himself on the board. It's going to take another star to overtake first place from Mario. But that might be difficult considering Mario is probably in the running for at least 1 bonus star right now. Wario, however, I think he might have the lead for a bonus star as well. Toad appearing as far away as possible on the other island. I'm pretty sure he was there already once? No, Baby Bowser was there earlier. Anyway, we move on to the next minigame, 2v2 Torpedo Targets. One player controls a submarine and the other one is in charge of firing bullet bills. Basically, you have to line yourself up with a target to allow your teammate to shoot it. You do have some slight control over your projectile, but it's best to line yourself up as precisely as possible. This is a minigame when you're playing it on your own or playing it with friends. It can be difficult to control this and get it to do what you want it to. It's definitely an interesting minigame. It is not one of my favorites, though, because it is quite difficult to control. You can also shoot the other player and knock them out of the way. But really, you really just want to focus on getting those targets. Though there is a strategy if your opponent is in a line to get a target, you can try to shoot them to knock them out of the way before they have a chance to fire. Wario and Luigi dominating the score right now with a 4-1 win. Ooh, Mario and Yoshi taking a hit. Time is up. Luigi and Wario win that handily. Let's see what this next turn brings us. Poor Yoshi with no coins, no chance at getting a star currently. Like I said, that free star, it isn't taking him very far right now. Mario getting a blue space. Luigi still so far behind the other players. But he does have a 50 coin lead all of a sudden. So that's very nice. Yoshi is talking to Boo. He doesn't have any coins though, so he can't use Boo, which is very unfortunate. And Wario ending off the turn with a 10. Going past the bank space and having to pay the toll. Four-player minigame. Our next minigame is Bumper Balls, another returning game from the first Mario Party. Essentially, you have to knock the other players off the platform while riding on a ball of your own. And you bump into each other, which is why it's called Bumper Balls. Though this minigame does have a change. You can have one of 3 different platforms you play on. You have the basic standard one here. Yoshi takes the minigame handily. You can also play on an icy rink or a super bumpy island, which definitely affects how you control the game and how you play.